Democracy is measured by a very simple axiom: the presence or absence of the privileged state caste, which means the presence or absence of modern democratic state policy, the strategic goal of which is always to protect, strengthen, and develop freedoms of individuality, personality, and human rights. This means an effective fight against crime with a tendency to its radical reduction. It is measured by whether executive power grants individuals the right and opportunity to protect themselves from crime and provides the defender with absolute legal immunity. It is measured by the attitude toward freedom of speech, assemblies, and processions. It is measured by the attitude toward the freedom of private business in the sense of equal opportunity. It is measured by the attitude toward the freedom of private property and its inviolability, tax policy, and public order. It is measured by the attitude toward the right to freedom of movement. It is measured by the extent of decent moral and economic assistance provided to the mentally and physically ill, pensioners, children, orphans, pregnant women, and the unemployed, to create conditions that support family formation and childbirth so that men and women can express love for each other. It is measured by the attitude toward sexual freedom, emancipation of women, legalization of prostitution, and disappearance of homophobia. It is measured by the attitude toward the church. It is measured by the attitude toward the cultural propaganda of the triumph of good over evil in various fields of art, feature films, opinion journalism. It is measured by the attitude toward cultural advocacy of beauty and health. It is measured by the attitude toward state investments in science. It is measured by the attitude towards healthy social stereotypes and their involvement in the formation and conveying of moral authority to honesty and truthfulness, conveying of moral authority of reasonableness and intellectual integrity. It is measured by the attitude toward the state protection of the right to freedom of individuality, personality, each person. It is measured by the presence or absence of psychogenic crimes, that is, by whether the society generates aggression, authoritarianism, arrogance, cynicism, and greed. In the post-Soviet space, with the coming to power of the healthy democratic forces, a number of crimes will disappear. Psychogenic crimes, generating aggression. Psychological crimes, coercion to deception, tax fraud, falsification of certificates about the level of knowledge of a local language, fraudulent citizenship documents, extortion, taxes, monopolistic payments, degradation of education and medical system, physiological beating, reducing the general population to utter poverty. Where the impetus for democracy comes from. The customer in this case is not the government or the privileged caste, but